If you're able to pay attention to this, you will understand why some persons have a lot of blessing, but that blessing does not lead to their establishment. You will also be able to understand why copying some processes will not guarantee your establishment. And then you also understand why some situations you are going through, even though they are not so beautiful now, are eventually processes that God is taking you through to prepare you for who you will become so that He will eventually what? Establish you. Now, God may not bless you before establishing you. And by blessing you, I mean the other form of blessing that you get to expect, that you get by expectation. There are blessings that God gives us. There are blessings that we never expect and He gives us. There are blessings that we expect, He gives us. And then there are blessings that we expect, He never gives us. Usually, we are always aware of the blessings that we expect and He never gives us. And once we don't get those ones, that's when we usually say that God has not blessed us, that we are having faith that God will bless us. So that blessing that we expect and don't have is the one I'm referring to right now. God may not give you that blessing before establishing you. He may want to establish you before giving you that blessing. So what I'm so if you are going through any phase right now, don't insist that men that God bless are wealthy men that already have it all figured out, men that are already satisfied, men that already obtained all the blessings they are expecting from God. Don't think of it that way. The people that God is established are people who have become whom God wants them to become through a journey that God takes them through. You understand? So if you're going through anything right now, try to understand if you're going through this out of your own mistake, out of your derailing from a path that God has done for you, or you're going through this because God is leading you through a process of becoming. If the latter is what's happening, then hey, you had better be careful because you're heading to the season of your establishment and you would not want to joke with it. Now, one major challenge we're having right now is that it is very hard for us to tolerate people around us, not just by virtue of us trying to preserve our energy or our peace of mind, but because people these days they usually find something to either criticize you for or to bear jealousy or malice. Now, that is the danger of relating with people just so that God would eventually establish you through them. When God wants to establish you, He takes you through a journey. And while taking you through that journey, He by Himself will bring the people through whom He will establish you. Those people He's bringing, they are not necessarily coming to add value to your life. Some of them will come to challenge the value you have. The people that God will send your life for your establishment are not just coming to add value, some are coming to challenge the value you already have through trial. Some are coming to tell you something that you never heard before that would help you. While some are coming to carry message, to pick information that they will eventually go out there and say to somebody else, whether for good or for bad intention, but that information will eventually connect you either to someone or to opportunity or push you into an atmosphere or into a season or into a condition that will position you to obtain whatever it is that God has prepared for you in that particular season of your establishment. Mind you, establishment is not for the poor. Poor people will never get established. And when I say poor people, I don't mean those that don't have the resources to feed, those that are naked, or those that don't have homes. Poor people are people that lack the virtues that make rich. They lack patience. They lack insights. They lack honor. That is the most important one. Poor people lack honor. In a series, we talk about honor. But just know this: the major factor that determines whether a person is rich or poor is their level of honor.